Give Bethel the strike. Let him stay in the rhythm of finding the middle of the bat. Looks a good surface here today, as the projected scores will tell you. You got 10 and over from here, 430 even. Just got the current rate, which you'd expect England to increase throughout. You're getting over 350. Root pushing for two very quickly. Good bit of work from Tristan Stubbs, who can't stop Joe Root coming back for two.
Yeah, brings up the 50 partnership between Root and Bethel. Just 44 deliveries. Building momentum nicely. Work from Stubbs in the deep. Been patrolling that boundary now for some time. Over some yards, given how big this ground is.
Talk about covering some yards. Particularly the last 10 overs, where your best fielders sometimes go long on to long on, deep mid-wicket to deep mid-wicket. What a time. I remember feeling very tired when you played at this ground. You'd cover a lot of miles into the legs. Tristan Stubbs has got to save a bit of energy for his time to bat. Nicely played fine, and gets four. Quite beautiful. He was thinking he'd just run it down for one, but managed to get it fine. And the third man fielder finished that over with a 172 for two.
Well, Bethel just taking a leaf out of the Joe Root batting manual, playing the ball late and just looking to use all of the pace Cody Yusuf has on offer. Watch, he almost plays the ball behind himself, off his back hip. What allows him to use all the pace and races away. And just watch this. Initially presses forward, realizes the last moment he can use the pace to try and get it fine. Very deliberate from Jacob Bethel.
Corbin Bosch back into the attack, taking the spinner off, maybe realizing that Bethel was finding his feet against the spin, try and change the flow and the energy of the game out there. Quick single to mid-on. Made it easily. Quick single, good running from Joe Root. Realised it fell in a gap. The keeper couldn't get to. Decent over. South Africa so far, just 4 from it with the ball left. So important as a bowler. Get in and out your overs. Build pressure through the middle, but it hurts a captain, Morgs, when the last ball goes for 4 and we get the next bowler settled in. There's a wide. Have to bowl that one again. Behind point. Firmly, it was a slower ball. A bit wider. Joe Root will come back for 2. Get the score onto 179 for 2 after 25. Good partnership at the moment building between Jacob Bethel and Joe Root. 62 from just 52 balls. England will want this to extend with the power of Harry Brook and Jos Buttler, Will Jacks, Jamie Overton to come. Set for a big total here on the south coast.
About the time start thinking about accelerating through this partnership even more. Well above a runabout ball at the moment, 62 from 52. Think back to South Africa posting 330 in the second ODI. It was that big partnership through the middle phase of the game. Tristan Stubbs, Matthew Gretzky. Bethel and Root will look to replicate that.
Powerfully struck in front of square once again. A bit of fielding to keep that to 2.
Yeah, big boundaries here in Southampton. Struck that extremely well, that Jacob Bethel. Was neither full nor short, just back of a length.
Joe Root 40 off 44. Oh, Morgan, what stage does he think, okay, I've got to really go here, or does he just say, I'm going to be the glue till 40 overs and take it along?
Yeah, I think a very relevant question. At Lords in the pursuit of 330 was around about this stage of the game. Ran down the wicket to the left arm spinner. Actually got out, taking on a high risk shot. Right now, this stage of the game, because Jacob Bethell is going so well, Joe Root's job is to continue to go exactly how he's going at the moment. 41 of 45, just the one boundary. Such a good rotator, a strike manipulator of the ball through gaps. I'm thinking go on and get 100 if he does bat for another 10, 12 overs. Could comfortably do that. Plenty of batting to come, plenty of aggression to come as well. The likes of Captain Harry Brook, Jos Buttler, Will Jacks got scores in this series so far.
Oh, just surprised. Jacob Bethell with a bit of extra bounce. An 84 for 2.
I just wonder if this caught Bethell on the glove. Yeah, it does, I think. Extra bit of bounce. Rushes on. Jacob Bethell, yeah, just bottom hand. True, that'll hurt. No!
Root still happy. Rotating the strike. Are using that third man region for a single, can apply a bit of pressure with them, not putting a catching gully in by just having a gully line fielder, and maybe try and manipulate the ball either side of that fielder and can bring an edge, or try and force it through and bring a catch up backward point in. But where you find that fielder from is always the question, often from mid-wicket. Powerfully pulled. He's found the fielder on the boundary yet again.
Yet again, Bethel just showing us how quickly picks up length. Umpire does a hell of a job there. Just puts through the striker, Brody. No worries. Menon, square leg.
When you get a bowler like Corbin Bosch, his game plan's so clear and so simple. He runs up and hits heavy length, occasional bounce. As a batter, are you thinking, okay, well, I sort of know where it's going to be. I can gamble on that length.
Yeah, you are, and you plan for that. Very few bowlers around the world, you say, are predictable, but predictably good. Corbin Bosch in this series has done exactly that. He's hammered away on a good line, good length.
And as we say that, he goes full and straight, with a little bit leg side in, frustrated with himself. Final ball of the over, costs him 4 and his team 4. 191 for 2.
टीम इंडिया तो अपना पूरा दम लगाएगी। शोर आपको भी मचाना है, जोर आपको भी लगाना है। ये बड़ा शॉट है। रोर इतना हो कि शोर दुबई तक सुनाई दे। देखिए एशिया कप 9 सितंबर से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स और सोनी लिव पर।
Final ball of the over and concede a boundary.
Still frustrated with his decision to go for the straight Yorker to finish his over. Vian Mulder. About trying to not go for a boundary off that final ball. Bit of hope when he released it, thinking it could find the stumps. Now the regret sets in. Thinking, why did I do that? Why did I change up?
Just been praising him for being simple. Clear plan, concise.
One thing's for sure, though, if it knocked Joe Root's leg stump out the ground, we'd be praising him, saying a great bit of initiative.
Yeah, true. It's the things that go through your head sometimes. Happens as a batter as well, not just as a bowler. Trying to take on risk at various stages. And read how the game is going. Tend to be in this format, simpler you keep the plan.
Ooh, in the air. And safe. Gets away with it. Jacob Bethel. Top edge, straight over the keeper, in between. Fine leg. Bit of luck.
It's been a good scoring shot for Jacob Bethel today. One has struck him on the glove. Oh, he just advanced. Perhaps just being rushed a little bit. It was only 80 miles an hour. Possibly an extra bit of bounce or hold off the surface. And Joe Root just in the middle of the wicket. Doing some gardening, possibly indicating.
Aerial. And down. Big chance to remove the dangerous Bethel.
Well, uncharacteristic this from South Africa. Throughout the years, they have been known as an exceptional fielding side. Got to take your chances, hit hard and flat. Not sure if he's got a hand on this. Berger, I think it is at mid-on. Again, picking up the length. Yes, straight through him. I think it's hit his wrist. Might have not picked it up with the backdrop.
Big opportunity. And you've just dropped a catch. What you don't want is to be then put on the boundary by the crowd. He's smiling, which shows there's a little bit of a reaction going on.
Yeah, 2 chances have gone down today. First one, say, was a dolly. There is a bit of wind around today, and this would have spun in the air. Given the quality of Matthew Bretsky, should be taking that. This couple of balls ago, straight through Nandre Berger. Yeah, there's no hole in there, young man. Straight off the wrist.
There will be a single to finish an eventful over from Bjorn Mulder. 194 for 2.
Across cities and empires.
These nights are always special.
From kings to contenders.
A night that is set up for heroes.
They all chase one thing.
And this is the Champions League for you.
It's more than silver.
What a night for football.
More than glory.
Unbelievable.
It's the cup that rules them all. Watch the new season of the UEFA Champions League this September. Only on the Sony Sports Network TV channels and Sony Live.
Partnership between Joe Root and Jacob Bethel now. 77 from 70. Really nicely placed. But remember, Harry Brook, Joss Butler, Will Jacks, Jamie Overton to come. So there's 22 overs left. England will look to go through the gears, and South Africa come to Devold Brevis for his first bowl in ODIs. Leg spin, mid off is in the circle. Jacob Bethel starts with a dot. You will have variations. Pretty flat leg spin so far. England are being slightly careful against Brevis at the moment. It's very understandable when you haven't seen much of part-time leg spin. Got a lot of turnout there, Morgs.
I think even if there was, I don't think he's a big turner of the ball. Rolling it out of the front of the hand, more sideways spin.
Oh!
But a tidy start, going for 2, 196 for 2.
14 सितंबर को पाकिस्तान को फिर से हराना है। तिरंगा फिर से लहराना है। देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान संडे 14 सितंबर शाम 7 बजे लाइव सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और सोनी लिव पर।
See your best ball. Oh, that's not bad. Just outside that off stump channel line. Get another go. Joe Root on 47. I think that 48, just knocking it around England on top at the moment. Nothing like 100% effort, young man. Brilliant.
No ball, he's knocked the bails off.
Mark Wood back in. Hope that Mark Wood is back playing sooner rather than later, but here we go. Go on, young man. Give it all you've got. Absolutely. Take the stumps out, whatever it takes.
Last delivery from Mulder, another example. South Africa definitely has been part of their team talk and strategy today. Short pitch deliveries. So many bounces. It's nicely adjusted. Saw Bethel moving early and just followed him. Downstairs to have a look and see if they can come up with some evidence to prove to you viewers sitting at home about the lengths that have been bowled. The percentages shorter than 8 meters. You can see 47% today compared to Leeds and Lords. When we have a look at the pitch map, it might not look like a massive change to everybody, but it's the average, of course, and you add up how many short pitch deliveries, how many times they've tried to attack the batters with bounces. He's gone full, trying to slide into the feet. Well run, back for the second. Have a look at the different lengths. First two, Lords and Headley, very much fuller, and then this one shorter than 8 meters. So a lot of deliveries been bowled. That's in the first 25 overs. A couple of them have gone away to the fence, but there's been a clear plan to try and attack England from that perspective. One wicket that they've managed to pick up, that was the wicket of Duckett. They finished the over with a similar kind of delivery. Brings up the 200 for England, 2 down, and in a good position. Often double it from the 30th over.
Partnership 83 from 82.
नौ सितंबर से शाम को जल्दी फ्री होकर आप सब अपने पूरे परिवार के साथ बैठ जाना। क्यों? अरे भाई एशिया कप स्टार्ट हो रहा है।
Let's play. Smashes it. Clean ball.
देखिए एशिया कप 9 सितंबर से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स और सोनी लिव पर।
You bowl it into the surface here.
It could also be the nature of the surface where maybe it just sticks in the wicket if it's banged it short.
Brevis, good first over. Bethel on 49. Now then, not quite time, will bring him 50. 50 off just 48. Another very impressive innings from Jacob Bethel.
Yeah, it was really impressive at Lords, and he's backed it up with another 50. Really does look like a wonderful find for England. Played some exquisite shots in this innings, just been there for the 48 deliveries. Promotion for him again today, and once again answering the call. Brevis also went for the short pitch delivery strategy. Nearly worked, nearly bounced him out.
It's a bit like the master and his apprentice out there. Joe Root at one end just looking on. As the young man just plays shots like that. Absolutely outstanding. Second time he's done it so far today. He makes the game look pretty straightforward at times.
Yeah, this is exquisite as well. And he knows where the gap is. Obviously just the 4 fielders allowed out, so as a spinner there's always that one area that you can't protect. Beautifully played. It wasn't a delivery that was outside the off stump, it was the movement of the feet that just allowed him to open up that space, play it a little bit into out, pick on long off. The timing, wonderful.
Down. Wait! How was that, sir?
Tell you this much, Brevis will be in the captain's ear no matter what team he plays for an over or two. It reminds me a little bit of Marnus Labuschagne.
Both played against each other in that World Cup game, didn't they? Back in the Youth World Cup, Under 19 World Cup in 2022. Well, Brevis made a real name for himself in that game. He scored 97. Kind of announced himself a little bit.
One serve.
Keeps the strike. England just ticking over nicely. 209 for 2. Catching's caught you out a bit today.
Yeah, batters at the top of the order, the ones who can play as well as some of these England batters can. You can't afford to give them a second opportunity. At this level, both of those definitely should be snapped. No ways that you should be putting that down. Berger, Matthew Bretsky. They'll know they're better than that. Bretsky will be happy that Jamie Smith's on his way. Andre Berger, he'll be watching for a couple more overs, hoping that Bethel doesn't do too much more damage.
It stays with you, doesn't it? You tell yourself not to, and your teammates say, don't worry about it, move on. But it does, it sticks with you. And you keep looking at that scoreboard tick over.
Can you do?
Stays with you as a bowler too. We try and put on a brave face and smile and say, oh, it's not the end of the world, but it is. It absolutely is on the day.
You're one of the most mild-mannered people I've met. Even you, from the odd occasion, would get a bit angry.
Spewing. One day international wicket being popped down. Particularly on days where you're disappearing. It's a good surface and they've got 200 already or 30 odd overs. You know it's going to be hard work going forward, particularly at the back end.
No!
No!
What a stat from Richard. And if you look at Joe Root today, he's striking at just under 90. He's only managed to acquire 2 boundaries, 2 fours in this inning so far, of 49. Now, it doesn't often happen that someone this level of international cricket these days can go and only strike 2 boundaries before getting to a half century. Well, of the last 5 to happen with regards to only 2 boundaries, Joe Root's got 4 of them to his name. The last happened in 2022. That's just show you his ability to rotate strike and still be mightily effective, even though sometimes not hitting the boundaries.
Yeah, is that plus the fact that when I was last on, urging Temba Bavuma, particularly when Bethel came in and started striking the ball so nicely, just to bring the field up a little bit for Joe Root. Everyone up, because you know, a real surprise, you know how he's looking to play. Those numbers there confirm that. But position captains also know that. Make him play the big shot early. Make him find the boundary. 50. 50 yet again for Joe Root. He loves batting, and we love watching him bat as well.
44 30 out 50, 1800s to go with that, and he has just accumulated. He's understood his role. There's some other guys who've been bashing boundaries in and around him. There is the facts and figures. 56 deliveries. Nice old-fashioned handshake. No punch of the hands or tip of the bat or anything along those lines. Wants to change his bat now. Wants to hit a few more boundaries. Going for the heavier one, maybe. Another example, hasn't it? 3 deliveries in this over. Short pitch deliveries by South Africa. Study must have been done, as he had discussed at the team meeting, that least amount of boundaries from short pitch deliveries or most effective length.
Well, give him credit, because third man had just come up. Third man had just been moved up. Joe Root just slices away. He knows exactly where the field is and isn't. 218 for 2.
Across cities and empires,
These nights are always special.
from kings to contenders,
A night that is set up for heroes.
they all chase one. World Asia Cup starts Tuesday 9 September 7 p.m. live Sony Sports के TV channels पर. सितंबर को पाकिस्तान को फिर से हराना है. तिरंगा फिर से लहराना है. देखिए डीपी वर्ल्ड एशिया कप इंडिया वर्सेस पाकिस्तान संडे 14 सितंबर शाम 7 बजे लाइव सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क और सोनी लिव पर. सोनी स्पोर्ट्स नेटवर्क प्रेजेंट्स स्पोर्ट्स का ब्लॉकबस्टर सीजन.
जी हाँ, तेज कर रहा क्रिकेट के लिए हो जाइए तैयार.
Cristiano Ronaldo,
Harry Kane.
Sony Sports Network पर. Sony Sports Network पर.
वर्ल्ड क्रिकेट की सबसे बड़े मुकाबले का आखिरी पल.
अबू नादू कौन है?
करोड़ों लोगों की धड़कनें तेज. शाहीन शाह रन अप पे. सूर्य तैयार. सूर्य हिट. क्या लगता है, छक्का या कैच? And it's a six.
रग रग रंग रंग एक. रग रग रंग रंग एक.
अरे चाचा, ऊपर वाले ने आपकी सुन ली. हम फिर से जीत गए. ओए ओए.
रग रग रंग रंग एक. रग रग रंग रंग.
बात टीम इंडिया की है 140 करोड़ धड़कनें एक साथ धड़केंगी। देखिए एशिया कप 9 सितंबर से सोनी स्पोर्ट्स के टीवी चैनल्स और सोनी लिव पर।
Continuing his good run, he desperately short of runs, desperately short of time at the crease, but making up for that now.
Come on, Nati, give us a prediction. Where are you guys going? 400? You can get to 400?
Every chance. I mean, you think what's left in to come in. I mean, obviously Harry Brook possibly due in next, then Joss Butler, they might swap that around. Will Jack still to come, Jamie Overton, Bryden Cass. There's still plenty of batting to come.
Don't forget Jofra Archer, he played nicely at Lords.
Absolutely. I would have thought it's a possibility, Polly, absolutely. I mean, 8 runs per over is 362, so that's still a good ask from here. 8 might end up just short, but 10 runs per over gets you to around 400.
12 and over, 434. There's a famous game for you.
We were just talking about that. Isn't that odd? In the break, we were just talking about that game there back in Johannesburg. You missed that game, Australia versus South Africa.
Yeah, I mean, if I was in the bowling lineup, you couldn't get 400 against me, could you?
454.
Captain, you're always toying with the idea as your part-time bowler, am I going to push him 1 over too much? Maybe with the fact that it was a drinks break, Temba Bavuma thought, okay, I can push Brevis for another. Feel him getting a little bit more confident. He's starting to give it a little bit more air. Mid-on, mid-deep, mid-wicket would be the area that Joe Root might be thinking if he gets something he recognises.
Wait.
So important, isn't it, for a side, if they can develop some bowling skills out of your top 5, top 6, it just helps with the balance of your side. So he might just get a bit of a run here, unless he's going to get clobbered.
I think over the years there's been so many batters who've kind of burst into a team and they've got that ability to bowl, but then they decide to just disregard it. Someone like a Steve Smith. And there was another one, Jacques Rudolph for South Africa. Also a good leg spinner initially, but then when the batting takes over, it's too hard to work. But Rivers is dead keen. He loves his bowling. He's always in the captain's ear saying, please, give me a go. And he's actually done all right here today. There hasn't been that many drag downs. One more over to go, one delivery to go. Best economy rate after 3 overs so far.
.221 for 2.
Got that cheeky smile on his face where he's like, chuff, thanks Skip, thanks for giving me a bowl. It's like those part-timers who never get an opportunity, but he's got a wonderful attitude to bring to the game.
Cody Yusuf, a little expensive. 6 on his debut. 27 years of age. Playing a bit in the UK.
Last over, and then South Africa will get to choose one of the balls out there. And initial reports, initial figures that we've got through, that there's just an extra little bit of movement in the last 16 overs, which is what this committee that I sit on was after. We were searching a little bit more reverse swing, a little bit more options for the faster bowlers, maybe a softer ball that it doesn't disappear. Just giving something back to the bowling team. They still might end up going for 400 here, but something extra to work with.
Worth a try. I think that's something else you need to discuss on one of your committee meetings. just a little bit more margin for error for you bowlers.
It's coming.
Can't just be bowling machines. I mean, okay, maybe that was a little bit too high, but I think if it's marginal, I think it should go the way of the bowler. Can't just keep serving up length.
I mean, you're giving them an extra bit from a wide perspective. So we'll go down and discuss it maybe a little bit. From the argument is that the problem we have as bowlers, or I have as a bowler, is that when I get to the crease, I have no idea where I can or can't bowl. And that's a problem for me. That there's got to be another line on the leg side so that the bowler knows that the starter's runner. It's like a person taking a penalty shootout. You don't get to the soccer ball and then still not know where you can or can't kick it to beat the goalkeeper. And with the current rules is wherever the batter moves, so if his heel's in a different position at point of delivery, then you can bowl in a different area. So trying to get a stock standard kind of parameter that you can bowl it to. If the batter adjusts, you can follow and get a bit of leeway there. But it's going to be trialled soon. It's already been trialled in some leagues around the world, and it's going to be a little extra mark. You can see that on the crease now you've got the blue mark that indicates the wide line on the offside, and then you'll see a little white dot that's next to the stumps on the leg side or either side of the wicket. That little white dot there, so it's going to be extended to make a blue line as well. And then on the leg side of the stumps you'll have two lines, and that'll be the parameter, almost like a plate for a batter where you can go in that area. Moves or doesn't move, so definitely needs to be a little bit more leeway, and also consistency to know at the start of your mark you know where you can bowl.
Yeah, I'm pleased to hear all that, because what you really want is a good contest, don't you? You speak here as a former batter, you're a kind of bowler all-rounder really, but what you really want to watch most of the time, I mean, it's fun when the balls are flying out of the ground, 4s and 6s, but generally you want to see a good contest. And good shots, exactly like that. Not timed as well as he'd perhaps like, but timed well enough. Jacob Bethell marches on, England march on. 28 for 2, still a ball to go.
Yeah, nicely timed. It wasn't a half volley on the up, and it was all about whether he could place it between those two, and he did it with an aplomb. Slowly the delivery, just cut across it, had to wait for it to get to him. Still the timing was really good.
Dragged down this time and dealt with. Fielding not even I think it's Bretsky, but we'll have to check. Either way, it still goes for 4.
It was a really good over until the last two boundaries to end the over, 11 from it.
Across cities and empires,
These nights are always special.
from kings to contenders,
A night that is set up for heroes.
they all chase one thing.
And this is the Champions League for you.
It's more than silver,
What a night for football.
more than glory.
Unbelievable.
It's the cup that rules them all. Watch the new season of the UEFA Champions League this September, only on the Sony Sports Network TV channels and Sony Live.
Part of the think tank. How good a player was he, by the way, Marcus Trescothick, batting coach? I wonder now whether it might be time for the two out in the middle just to work together. Bethell to be even more aggressive. Joe Root, you kind of want him to bat through for a bit longer.
But look at Brevis and say, okay, maybe part-timer at this stage of his career, and do they try and put him under some extra pressure?
I'd be surprised if Jacob Bethell continues just to knock Brevis around here. I think probably now's the time just to up the tempo a little bit for Bethell.
Nicer, nicer.
little bit. This will be a good chase. No, not quite. It was a good chase.
It's nicely played. Charged as hard as he could, Corbin, but almost did the hard yards, but then the scoop just didn't have the right angle to it. Ended up coming with a little bit of backspin over the fence.
Win these two for us. Win these two for us.
Now then, got plenty of it, yeah. Time to move for Jacob Bethel. Very strong shot down the ground.
Yeah, nicely played. Use of the feet, waiting, trying to get it full as possible, and it got into the perfect slot. And once it's in the right slot for Jacob Bethel, invariably, if he follows through, the power and the timing he possesses, it's going to go the distance. And that's nicely played. Get the feeling that just an over too many from Brevis. They've done a good job. 3 overs for 14, but gone for 13 already in these 5 deliveries.
Change of angle now. Sweet strike, lovely swing of the bat. It's away with it. Could have been a whole lot worse. 246 for 2 from 35.
Across cities and empires,
These nights are always special.
from kings to contenders,
A night that is set up for heroes.
they all chase one thing.
And this is the Champions League for you.
It's more than silver,
What a night for football.
more than glory.
Unbelievable.
It's the cup that rules them all. Watch the new season of the UEFA Champions League